ceremony in tribute of one of the greatest players, or one of the best players who played in the PBA.
Before we start this game, the Coca-Cola Tigers would like to pay tribute to one of its former players who is hanging up his sneakers at the end of this conference.
With 314 stat votes, 1,180 media votes or points, 607 player points, and 600 points in our four-man panel, for a total of 2,721 points. The best player of the 2002 Selecta PBA All-Filipino Cup, from the Coca-Cola Tigers, Jeffrey the Jet Cariaso.
He was among the pioneer players of the Coca-Cola franchise, which joined the PBA in 2002. This consummate pro and team player was also part of the Tiger squad, which made it to 4 straight PBA finals, starting in the 2002 All-Filipino Cup, where it won the title and where he was named Best Player of the Conference, playing both ends of the floor, night in and night out. He was also an integral part of Coca-Cola's winning another championship in the 2003 Reinforced Conference. As proof of his awesome performance in his more than 2 years of stay with the Coke franchise, he was named to the mythical first team twice and to the all-defensive team once. The Coca-Cola franchise would thus like to formally say goodbye and good luck to this retiring player, who is one of the best players to have worn a Coca-Cola Tigers uniform. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please, for the Jet, Mr. Jeffrey Cariaso. May we call on from the Coca-Cola Tigers, please, at center court, the team manager of Coca-Cola Tigers, Kenneth Durandis, assistant team manager Gerard Francisco, and PBA Commissioner, Mr. Sonny Barrios. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause again for the Jet, Jeffrey Cariaso. Thank you very much, Mr. Kenneth Durandis, Mr. Gerard Francisco, and Commissioner Sonny Barrios.
Well, there you have it. Jeffrey Cariaso deciding to retire in his own terms, and I had the privilege of playing alongside Jeffrey Cariaso in Mobiline, and you know, one thing I can say about this guy, he is a winner, and he does whatever it takes to win ball games. And this is a great tribute to Jeffrey coming from the Coca-Cola Tigers.
Well, obviously, at the end of his career, the Alaska Aces probably will also would probably give him that. He was also a member of the Grand Slam for Alaska, I think in 1996, with the great Johnny Abarientos, Bob Hawkins, Pochuino, Jojo Lastimosa, Chris Bolado. So Jeff was also one-time Rookie of the Year.
Yes.
And he was the guy, I remember when he came out of the draft, I think he was picked number 4 overall.
Yeah.
And I said, the only sure guy in the draft, but he was picked number 4.
You know, he played at PBA for 15 years and really gave it his all. And you know, it's always nice for a player to choose to retire. He was put in the reserve list, but he was the one who requested to be put.
Well, he wasn't getting any more playing time. The last time I talked to him was about a month ago. He was still doing the round robins, and I said, Jeff, you haven't been playing. Yeah, you know, I understand the situation, but I said, I think you should realize at this stage, if they use you and they use you, what you can contribute is maybe help them win 1 or 2 games. That's the most important thing. And he said, yeah, I'll wait for that.
All right, so We'll see more of Jeffrey Carriazo in the tributes of the other teams for him. But in the meantime, let's get this game going. Starters for the Alaska Aces, you have Tenorio, Baguio, Sonny Thos, Joe Devance, and Simpson. For the Coca-Cola Tigers, you have Marvin Cruz, Gary David, Taulava, Kalimag, and Rashad Bell. Here's Baguio breaking the ice.
Baguio was looking for a lot of people to pass to, but there was just nobody available or nobody open. So he decided to take it by his own into the lane. Rashad Bell working on the outside.
Kalimag for a long shot.
It's a surprising start there because they simply want to match up with that forward lineup of the Alaska Aces, which are really big, you know. If they use Eman or Devance, and then you have Simpson and Toss, it's just really a big forward lineup. Very, very hard to match up defensively.
Here's Bell guarded by Devance. Marvin Cruz pulls up, a bit strong, and Simpson grabs his first rebound. Here's the triangle offense of the Aces. Hand off to Tenorio. Tenorio drives baseline, loses the leather. Oh, and a flop is called against Marvin Cruz. He break there because the ball bounced off the foot of L.A. Tenorio.
And I thought it was the ball of Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Because it really went off his foot.
That's right.
I mean, whether the guy flopped or not, the ball went off his foot.
As I said, a lucky break here for the Aces. Here's Tenorio once again trying to post up Simpson against Kalimag. No help defense that time, and it's going to be a tough matchup here for Ricky Kalimag.
Well, if you're going to reach in, you're going to be in foul trouble. Because obviously the strategy that you use, for example, with Laure is he bodies him up a lot.
Yes.
Simpson obviously doesn't like being bodied up. So, but if you reach in, you're going to give the referees the opportunity to call the foul on you because you're using your hands. Like here, use the body, but he does make the shot. No weak side help coming from the other Coca-Cola Tigers. So a 4-0 lead here for the Alaska Aces.
And here's Marvin Cruz signaling the play. Bell is guarded by Devance.
Look at how high they show now to take Rashad Bell off his momentum.
A three-point basket there by Gary David, starting things off for the Tigers.
Really shows how much you must pay attention to Gary David when you're defending. You cannot afford to sack off him that you cannot recover in time.
Here's Tenorio with a step-back jumper. Bell with that rebound and starts the break here for the Tigers. Bell takes a three and rings the bell.
Oh, that's a nice thing that you just said. You sure you weren't punning there?
No, not at all.
All right.
Sonny Thos pumps Asi Taulava, and that's an offensive foul called against Sonny Thos.
And the good thing that Asi didn't do was he didn't flop.
He didn't fall.
He didn't fall
Yes.
because he might have been called for flopping too. And he would have wasted that offensive foul that was called against him. Rashad Bell, by the way, first played for Coca-Cola. I think he was the third import to coming in at the right time and coming in with big numbers. He replaced Anthony Johnson and another guy. But remember that fateful game when Kenneth was playing and they lost the game to San Miguel when they were well ahead.
Yes.
That really just destroyed the team for a while.
That's
there.
right. A heartbreaking loss.
Game.
Meantime, Bell scoring again for the Tigers. He has 5 points. Quick substitution here. Tony De La Cruz gives Joe Devance a breather. He will be in charge of guarding Rashad Bell. Nice give and go play.
Baguio's got 4 points in the ball game right now, all from close range. Those are the things that you must watch out for in the triangle play of Alaska. The back door and the quick cut to the basket. High pass from the guy at the triangle. And a good rebound here.
Asi Taulava aggressive off the boards. First field goal in the game for Asi.
Yeah, Asi's getting older in years, but he's still got a lot of quality gaming in him. A course, you just have to temper